Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. So in the last one, we started our search for the Keystones and got our first one from the Hanu tribe. So we went through a whole new area and now we're heading to the Pelupelu next, which is a completely new area. And it may be the entire episode, depending on if it's as long as the last one. We'll see. Urqopacha. I assume that's how you pronounce it. I've been waiting for what feels like days and eaten enough of Evu's tacos to feed an army. What is it you'd like to know? Our main concern was confirming the state of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Urqopacha, we depart from the Arc of the Dawn, then take the road west at the first fork. Should we be wary of anything along the way? That is indeed the way to the Urqopacha. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'll be doing more stumbling than walking. But do take heart. When it comes to rugged terrain, we have the most dependable solution available. Come with me. Is it a dirigible? It's a dirigible. Wait, oh, it's an alpaca. Okay. Lamat is going to love this. I know it. Oh my, are these fluffy babies our mounts? The Pelupelu, all being small, is confusing enough, but those masks make it almost impossible to tell men from women, let alone guess their age. I actually, in FF10, I didn't even know they were humans with masks. I thought that they were legit, just like ducks. The beasts are sure-footed, that's for certain. Talking to a Pelu before we depart was a wise decision. I, for one, would rather not brave a treacherous, slippery trail on foot. Why did it have to be alpacas? Right? It just had to. May I introduce you to our most dependable companions, the alpaca. What happened when you were a child? Clearly she got kicked by one, probably. These animals can traverse Urqopacha's steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields, and all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them. So they fill much the same niche as our chocobos back home. You don't have alpacas in Eorzea? Alpacas are native to Tural. Eorzea has its chocobos, and the eastern lands have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack of beasts? A pack beast, in a place which ill suits its quality, and where it is not needed anyway. But must we ride these little monsters? I get the impression you aren't fond of alpacas. When I was little, and being a bit naughty, I went around pulling on their wool. Oh, one of them spat on me, and it was the foulest stench you can imagine. Oh, you didn't even get kicked? You just got spat on? I see. What are they like to ride? Alpacas bred as mounts are exquisite. Exquisite? Inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience find them easy to handle. Gonna move that down. We're really doing this then. You want to be a leader? So, was my information useful to you? Yes, very helpful, even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good, I'll take my payment now. You want me to pay you? It's only fair. I guess I should have expected that as much from a Pelu merchant. Let me see what I have on me. The Pelupelu value the act of spreading joy through trade, as you should know. They take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. It's fair. Here you go, a fair price for your fair advice. Yes, I made a trade with the third promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I shall be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go then, and thank you. I better not get spit on again. You brought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. I'm still not happy about this, but if we need to ride the alpacas to reach Urqopacha, then that's what we'll do. I think Alphino needs to get spit on this time. It's only fair. No reasoning for it. Ooh. Okay, this is... We went from jungle to...
poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea. Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Urqopacha, the 100 peaks of time. Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty. Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
I mean, last time we had to fix reeds, so... They probably want help with their cactus. Why are there cactuses in the mountains? Is that normal? I thought that was like desert only.
So this is Urqopacha. I've never actually been here before.
What's that?
The air is so crisp and clear. Mountains everywhere you look.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som-Al.
That is Urqopacha, the tallest mountain in Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Oh? Do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me, but you're Lamat, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's promise here, of all places. But I should introduce myself. I am Bolnok, a weaver by trade.
Hi.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to Pelupelu.
Oh, truly, I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelupelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
It's an Urqopacha specialty, a spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end.
You got drugged.
But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say. Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelupelu merchants.
Yes, they do more than run the markets in Tuliyollal. Pelupelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
I'd be very convinced if they offered glamour.
Watchun Pello's down the path! Off the main road! Don't get lost!
It's right there.
Really? It's right there? It's like a foot from the exit. Oh, that's a big one too. Oh. Oh yeah, that leads up to the other half of that, which means this is 87 too then. Maybe. Because there's no way you'd be able to get here and then to all the Aetherites over on this side too. I wonder if they lead out into anything else. And this is the whole south side, right? Both of these two zones are the whole south side of Tural, not oh. There's an inn over there. Okay. Why are alpacas enemies? You're not aggressive? That's good. Thank you for not being aggressive. Whoa! All right, hold on. Oh, this is an interesting song. Look out. Watchin Pello. Nestled in between the mountains, dwellings of this village are noticeably scaled down to accommodate the smaller size of its inhabitants. It is here that the peddler clan of the Pelupelu manufacture their trading goods such as coffee and mezcal, as well as maintain a ranch for the breeding and training of alpacas. Okay. That one. Just kind of comes in hard and then it just trails off again. The palace crowds were more supportive of her brothers, but Urqopacha's peaceful politics do have their quiet adherents, I see. I could see more buildings down the path Bolnock was taking. I wonder what's over that way. I feel a change in altitude most keenly. Feel the change. While mayhap not to the same degree as the Sea of Clouds, the air is decidedly thin here. This is it. Watchin Pelu, home of the Pelupelu. Urqopacha should have arrived before us. She was literally a foot in front of us. Where did she go? Oh. That's not good. You've come all the way for the right of succession. Oh, so this means I'm exchanging words with a future Dawn servant. Please, and the outcome is far more from decided, but it is a possibility. How fortunate, then, that I deal in cloaks woven from especially luxurious alpaca wool. Such a garment would look magnificent when draped over the shoulders of our budding ruler. And a nation's ruler should dress her best, for her adoring people, yes? Finery for our finest lady, that's right. Come, third promise, my well-stocked shelves are but a few steps away. Finest lady, I like the sound of that. All right, I suppose a quick look couldn't hurt. What did we just talk about? Aaronville, when did you... We were a foot behind you. Shatona from far off Tural. Northern winters are bitterly cold affairs, I'm told. I cannot imagine how you survive them without a lovely, warm cloak of quality alpaca wool. He's from... Oh. Interesting. No, thank you. I'm not in need of new clothes at the moment, and neither is the third promise. Perhaps another time. Because he's like talked about his dad. He tried to allude to he doesn't know his dad, and his mom, he got cut off for that. But his family is a big plot point, and he's also from the north. I didn't realize that. We're going to learn about it at some point. It's going to be a big plot point, I hope. Of course, of course. My shop door is always open. There's no way they don't have someone named Tobly here. You were saying something about not being easily charmed. I was just... As I mentioned previously, the Pelu people live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell you defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase, and unwitting customers like Urqopacha fall prey to this affable approach time and time again. Your only recourse is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter, should you make your disinterest plain. A valuable insight into the minds of the Pelupelu. Let us all take Erenville's word of caution to heart. The Lorito wouldn't give up. He needs to take a lesson from them. A new ether. Oh yeah, because we can teleport out to here. All right, give me one moment. All right, had to stretch. I swear, I let her out of my sight for one moment. Urqopacha is lucky to have Erenville. Everyone, royalty especially, needs a friend unafraid to chide them when the need arises. Twould seem the Pelupelu are also partial to coffee. Oh. How do you know that? All these houses and buildings made to Pelupelu size, and mine too, come to think of it. Oh yeah. Because they're still... I thought they'd get a growth spurt between Endwalker and Dawntrail, but no, not enough time's passed. Not my finest moment, I'll admit, but now that we're here, let's do what we came to do. Find the Elector. Allow me to propose a strategy then. Kryl, Alcé, and I will speak with the merchants. Urqopacha, you and Erenville might try approaching travelers and passersby. Rin, pray investigate any of the other establishments which catch your eye. Should we learn aught of use, let us relay it to the third promise. Okay. But, is there anything nearby? 150 south. I'm just gonna go grab it quick. It's... Oh, wait, no, I should just... That's like... Literally... Right here? Oh, it's up on the rock. Excuse me? I love how that's just a Rattel, but they just called it a Tural version. At least you have a unique name. Siahem? Sianam? Alright, the next nearest one is 200 more south. I'm just gonna wait. I just wanted to grab that. I don't know why. I can't wait to hear the dungeon boss theme, and I hope it's like a different version of that. That has got to be like my favorite battle. It's just so... I don't know. There's something about it. It might be one of my favorite. You look like you can handle yourself. If you're interested in joining the hunt, I recommend you and I meet again. What? Welcome to the House of the Pelupelu, watching Pelo. We have many local specialties on offer here, so please have a look around. I mean, these aren't that tiny. I guess it's because my aura is also minimum height. They look pretty normal for me. The Dawn Servant's Elector. Nah, I thought you were a new face. Oh, in town. Here for the right of succession, I take it. Me, I don't care much who sits on the throne so long as they keep Tural peaceful. People tend to not be in the mood to relax or sip our excellent mezcal once arrows and spears start flying, if you know what I mean. Speaking of which, would you like a cup? Joy shared is a joy doubled, I say. He's good. Oh, right, yes, you were asking about that Elector business. Being but freshly returned from my trading route, I've heard that there's a contest afoot, but not much else. Our head ledger, Tobley, could probably tell you more about it. Alright, now I need to find a band of merchants. Not merchants, musicians in this town. Tobley and a band of musicians. They sell mezcal directly from this distillery here. If you're a spirit drinker, I encourage you to give it a taste. Welcome. Urqopacha is terribly cold, isn't it? Come on, come. Sit down and have a cup. You'll warm right up. They are very insistent. Have you been to the slope there? Take a look if you like, and see how mezcal is made. Oh, you're not trying to sell me anything? Oh my. You're doing great, girl. Just a bit longer and you can... I missed the last part. Alright, it sounds like you might be taking care of them. You're not. Do you wish to see how mezcal is made? As a distiller myself, it always brings me joy to see others take an interest in our craft. What are these? What? Is this what you're crushing? What is this? Huh. It's kind of a big village. You're wondering how we direct our alpaca wagons without reins? Well, a trained alpaca can be commanded with tongue clicks and whistles. 2 sharp clicks means hold up, while blowing hard through purse lips means off you go. You should try it. Thank you. I already did that. All right, anyone over here? Oh, you have to go here for story anyway, but... As you can see, only the finest leather for my saddles. Sure. Impatient porter. Electors? Oh yes, I've heard all about the right of succession. They're looking to put a new ruler on the throne, eh? Personally, I'm rooting for Tural. Why? If the first promise wins, he'll look to expand our sphere of influence. That means access to more resources and more customers in the thousands column, potentially. So many new trading opportunities to spread happiness far and wide. Others have been coming around to my way of thinking, so I've begun crafting goods inspired by the resilient sun. Oh, would you care to purchase something? Please. Just answer my question. Wait, what question did I ask? Very well. You said you wanted to know about the Elector. I could help you, but I won't. I can tell you're no supporter of Tural or his politics. Well, that's the end of that one. Welcome, Alpaca. Thank you. Do you have anything different than the other place? Alpaca fillet. Those were pineapples up there. They did not quite look like it. Okay. Do you have like another set, or is it still mountain? These are the 90s set. Wait, what was the mountain thing? Are there 2 different sets? Have you by chance had the chance to visit Mablu's mate garden? It's a little bit out of the way, but the mate field is worth seeing. I don't know what... what? What do you mean? I'm clearly short enough to get in here, but only Lalafels can enter? Damn you, Niz. This here's the family ranch where we raise alpacas. Their fluffy fleece, wiggly ears, and curious capriciousness are just the best, aren't they? I mean, I suppose so. You have a pink one on. Hi there, I'm Mablu. Did you have a question for me? Sorry, I don't know about any electors. You should take a moment to see our prized alpacas before you leave, though. Oh, but be sure to admire them from a respectable distance. Get too close and our nervous darlings may be tempted to spit on you, and that stuff stinks. It happened to a visiting buyer not so long ago. Tobley, that's the head rancher, was so mad at me for not giving him a proper warning. No one makes a mistake without Tobley noticing. He knows everything that happens on this ranch. Yeah, there was a 0% chance there wouldn't be a Pelupelu named Tobley. Well, there's another story event. Have you spoken with Yavli yonder? He loves alpacas dearly, but the feeling does not appear to be mutual. Not with this lot, at any rate. Wait. Yavli? No. No, I don't see a Yavli. Alpacas are sensitive creatures. Many of the goods we for caring for them come at a great cost, but that is a small price to pay for their happiness. Okay, I think that's the whole village, right? God damn it! I just Lalafell only. Why don't they have a non-Lalafell version then? It's just exclusively there are houses that only Lalafels can get in, but there aren't houses that only Arra can get in. As far as I know. Oh, no, wait, I didn't talk to you. You're curious about our traditional garments? They're a source of pride for us. We are able to produce this distinctive hue and weave the fabric in this way through a special method passed down through generations. Oh, but you don't want to tell me about it? You really have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of mezcal and a stack of blankets, and then there was this enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn that Tobley is the man to talk to about the contest. Now, if only they'd share where this head ledger of theirs is to be found. Really? He's also the head rancher? Yeah. Well, the alpaca ranch is not far from here. I say we pay it a visit before the others return. Where is Aaronville? Okay. Oh, that was Yavli. I see. Yeah, it's her worst nightmare. That is a lot of alpacas. Still, we know the head ledger could be here somewhere. I can't let fear deter me. Not to say that I'm scared, of course. Excuse me, is one of these workers Tobley? Tobley? Oh yes, he likes to mingle with the ranch hands and keep an eye on things. I can't tell you which one he is, though. Wait, what? You can't? Is this part of the contest? All I can say is that Tobley often mentions his favorite pungent subject. He also can't resist a profitable trade, though who among us could, am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. So it's like a game. Easy enough. All I have to do is offer Tobley a deal he can't ignore. No problem at all. What is that? Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Tobley. Let's ask questions first to narrow down the field. Sure. Great. We can meet back here to share our impressions. Well, we know it's not you. Well, obviously I'm not Tobli. I mean, oops, I shouldn't have said that. You're meant to find that for yourself, for yourself who it is. Or if an elector is even in the village at all. Good luck. You just gave the game away. A visitor from across the salt, if I'm not mistaken. Be warned, the alpacas spit if you startle them. I suggest you keep your movements slow and deliberate. Ha! Beast regards you with wary eyes. Backing away slowly might be the wisest course. Run! That didn't change anything. You think Tobli? I might be Tobli? Well, maybe I am. All I will say is that, in this village, none have reared more alpacas than I. Okay. Am I Tobli? Yes, that's me. Nick's excellent work from the Third Promise and her entourage. Sharp instincts. Shall we commence the rite of secession then? Well, that's not very convincing either. What did this guy say? Coats the brush and smelly spit to mop up. Mablu specifically said something about mentioning the smell. Favorite. I see we're both done with our interrogations. So, who do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear your pick. Oh, I didn't remember. It'd be the diligent one, right? Both will know. No. Diligent. The worker's so intent on stable chores. I had my eye on that one too. Time to rip the mask off of our mysterious ranch hand, so to speak. Wait. Was that the right one? We know it's you, Tobli. And to prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. An offer I gladly accept. As you have... Oh, we got it right. As you've correctly guessed, I am indeed Tobli, head ledger of Wachin Pelo, and head rancher of the family ranch. I'm also one of Galul Jaja's chosen electors. Aha, in a place featured in the Tuliolal saga, just as we thought. I was right to trust your instincts, and I wager this won't be the last time. She found you out fair and square, Tobli. And I'm glad she did. Would have been a pity had her bid ended here. Ended her. Voice?
Deducing the Dawnservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
That doesn't sound like FF10, Tobli.
Right. Not hard at all.
Well, now they just get a free pass.
Zorolja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobli, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobli. That's part of the test.
Oh, he didn't see us talking to him. Okay. Oh.
You're Tobli.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed.
That was
With that
bull.
amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawnservant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered a number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one.
Jeez.
You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
You're kidding me.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Yeah.
Bring out the example! This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, Third Promise?
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said.
She's never gonna trust him again.
Ah! The little monster spat on me! Ah, oh, that stinks. I can't.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Ugh.
Wild valley breed like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
Why not Zoralja?
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching. The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge.
You shouldn't have done that.
And when you reach the end of the rite, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
They don't look like they have noses, so I think he'll be fine. He's just gonna go at it.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas. that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
I mean, what do we do, though?
Are you all right, Lamat? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
I honestly don't know what we're going to be doing. They said no allies, so are we just going to hang out in the village and watch her? Do I get to play as her? That would be great. We'll see. No? Would you mind taking a sniff for me just to make sure the scent has ruined my sense of smell? Hey, I saw that look. Decline. I gotta talk to you guys. I did say remaining calm was key, but the same rules don't apply to wild alpacas. So this is our sought-after elector. Zoralja puts me in mind of Garlamad's own exalted son. One of the two, though, Xenos was undeniably more arrogant. A little. Judging by the volume of Urqopacha's scream, alpaca expectoration must have been a nasty odor indeed. I'm content to remain ignorant of the smell. That was not a loud scream. That was a very quiet scream. I was impressed with how easily Zoralja found Tobli, but also sort of frightened. Yeah, that was a cheap trick. How dare you? I've done my duty and assigned the claimant their feet. The rest is up to them. Oh, I can't. All right, we already read that, right? Complete. Feet of gold. As Urqopacha helped demonstrate, the valley alpaca are wary of people. Getting close enough to catch one will not be an easy task. You might have warned me about that earlier. I have enough trouble with tame alpacas. How do you expect me to wrangle a wild one? With the proper saddle, we infuse the leather with a relaxing scent that soothes the spitting beast. Oh. Wonderful. Give me one of those then. Have you perhaps forgotten that we are a clan of merchants? If you want a taming saddle, you'll need to find a saddler and make them an offer. Oh no, it's a chain of... They don't come cheap, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost you an equivalent of 10 pel in the thousands column. You mean 10,000 pel? I don't have that kind of coin. Converting to gil, that comes around $1 million or so. Mayhap if we all pitch in. No, this is my feat to accomplish. It wouldn't feel right about having others pay the cost. I'll find the money somehow. I think we need to find a different way to pay them. In that case... The basket of wool is worth the sum you paid me earlier, 1 pel in the hundreds column. Beginning with the wool, you can trade for ever more valuable goods until you have something suitable to bargain with for the saddle. Oh no, we're doing the grain of rice? That's a nice gesture, but you think I can turn 100 pel into 1 million? That's 10,000 times more. Alright, we're going to the gold saucer. We need 10,000 pel, not 1 million. So we're looking for 100 times more. Oh, right. I panicked and got confused with Alphino's million kill. I'm not so sure about this trading idea. You were almost talked into buying a cloak you didn't need mere moments after you arrived. But I hate it when you're right. Let me help you with your deal making. Oh, hello again. Mablu. I work here as a ranch hand, but I've also learned a lot about peddler professions. B. It's all right if I ate them now, yes. I guided the claimant towards the first step of the feat, like you asked. As long as Urqopacha goes alone to capture her alpaca, she is free to accept assistance from whoever she likes. Hooray! Let's see about getting you that saddle then, Third Promise. I don't know why you made your offer, but I could use an ally with a beak for bargains. Welcome aboard, Mablu. Should the rest of us stay behind, perhaps? It may be easier to haggle over prices without so many voices chiming in. Stay here and pitch in with the ranch work. With Mablu gone, I'll need extra hands to tend to the alpacas. Gladly, although, Rin, I think you should go with Urqopacha. You've seen markets and bazaars the world over, and surely have sage advice to share. Oh, yeah. I don't know how many fish. In that case, you should also hold on to the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or soiled in some way, you'll have nothing to bargain with. As if I'd do such a thing, but I'll leave the wool with Rin anyways. The better to keep my hands free. Better step away from that alpaca. She's too comfortably close. To begin, I suggest we try trading the wool to Havli, the saddler. He won't agree to the deal, of course, but it'll give us an idea of how much he'll accept for his wares. Sure. So, can I watch them do farm work? Oh. You guys are just gonna stand there? Turning 100 pel worth of wool into a 10,000 pel saddle is exactly the kind of thing I'd expect from the head of a merchant clan. I'd worry if it was just Urqopacha, but it sounds like Mablu knows a thing or two about trading. I have every confidence you'll come back with the saddle. Tending the alpacas, are we? I had some experience with that when I was younger. No, well, you're in good company then. Mablu hasn't given up, I see. Given up what? I don't know. Maybe she believes in Urqopacha and that's not common here? And totally setting us up for failure? No, he wouldn't. Well, he might. This is the artisan who makes our taming saddles. Is it really possible to make 100 times what that wool is worth just through trading? Let's find out. Something I can do for you. We've come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. A saddle, is it? And how will you be paying for it? With this basket of fine alpaca wool. What use does the saddle maker have for wool? Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. It's fair. He's a shrewd salesman. And what might that be? Mezcal. I like to nurse a cup at day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff and you got yourself a deal. This bodes well for us, Third Promise, as such mezcal can be had for only 5 pel in the thousands column. Okay, that's a little less. Hold on. Did you say third promise? Then my offer has changed. The saddle is going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years at least. 3 years? That stuff is valued at 10,000 pel or more. Why do you have to double the price? Because I must support the man of ambition who will see my business prosper. Zoralja will go to war, and his cavalry will need saddles. Lots of them. It's nothing personal, third promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. Yeah, that's... makes sense. It's his saddles. Why don't we just make them? Can't say I blame him. I'm known for championing peace. Championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring him more customers. Those of our grandparents' generation remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these Pelu pray for your victory, Lamat. The younger ones, though, to them, strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from these horrors and take the peace we now enjoy for granted. Okay. Still, others are unsatisfied with this quiet prosperity and crave the future the second promise envisions. They've become obsessed with innovations like the dirigibles that have made trade swift and easy. Many of those Havli, convinced that the first promise's plan for conquest will afford them opportunities for great profit. But what about you, Mablu? Aren't you one of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. Oh, I was raised on the old tales. I've memorized the accounts of what it was like when the Yak Hui ruled our village. The giants. That's why I offered to help. I want you to become the Dawn servant, to keep our nation from going back to the way it was. Well, I guess I'd better make sure I win the contest. But the type of mezcal the saddle maker wants is so very expensive. Weren't we expecting to need 10,000 pel from the outset? Nothing's changed. We just need to get on with it. I may not have a head for trade or the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up the peace. With the piece of Toliolal on the line. Then neither will I. We will make you Dawn servant. Aiming for that 10,000 pel jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration. Let's first try exchanging the wall for anything even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance. Oh, yeah. Buzz... Knock? Bolnock. Yeah, it was his name. Of course, the weaver. Bolnock was his name, I believe. He went out of his way to say he'd agreed with my vision and he was here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going, but for now, let's head back to that road where we first met him. Sure. How convenient that we met him at that exact time. As you can see, only the finest leather for my saddles. Yeah, that is what he said last time. Good deal, isn't it? Are you guys... What happens when they try to sell to each other? That's gotta be weird. Can't butter up people just as shrewd as you. Ooh. Well, the day theme is very dark cloud. Damn. Hold on. Okay, now it's not dark cloud. Alright, I'll go back down. That one part right there was absolutely, it just sounded like Dark Cloud. Is this where you met the Weaver? This is the spot. After Bull Knock talked to us, he walked off to the south. Then he was probably going to Ikuvlo's Inn. Most visitors in Pelupelu end up staying there. Let's go and check, shall we? Sure. Speaking of Dark Cloud, before early access started, I started recording that, and that is releasing in like a month, so that's gonna be something on the channel apparently. Just on a whim, I was like, all right, I want to play Dark Cloud. Ooh, the dual flute. You guys got different stuff here? Wait, no. Nope. Okay. Oh, someone probably needs that. Ah, we meet again. But wait, weren't you all on your way to watching Pelu? I hope he's willing to offer us something wonderful in exchange. We'll see. Can I have that basket, Rin? Boop. Oh, get rid of that. Thanks. Now let's see if we can turn a profit. Bull Knock, I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade? A third promise? You wish to do business with me? Might I ask what this is all about? Alpaca saddle. For reasons. Are the other two not here? Because we didn't see Zoralja in the other place, so I'm assuming we're not going to see the other guys. I see. So the goal is to turn the basket of wool into a jug of 3 years old premium mezcal. Then allow me to invest in your efforts. Now, peace in Tural is what allows me to cross freely into the lands of my suppliers. Naturally, I would prefer that one pledged to preserve that peace win the throne. Thus do I humbly offer you this wool poncho, a small token that I pray contributes to your victory. What is that guy doing? Oh, that's fine craftsmanship. A garment like that would easily fetch 5 pel in the hundreds column. Five. Why wouldn't you just say 500 pel? That's very generous. Bolnak, thank you. I promise I won't let you down. I have every faith in you. Third promise. May fortune bless your future dealings. Thank you. What are we? We are literally a pack mule right now. We're just here. I can't believe you quintupled your investment with your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. Only because Rin remembered our weaver friend. All I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. This is one of the most fundamental precepts of trading, one which you've instinctively mastered. You think so? I know so. Now, let's take our 500 pel poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. Okay, I guess I did give her the idea about that. Here, Rin, you take the poncho. If I lost it somehow, Erinville would never let me hear the end of it. I have to grab a drink in a sec. I'm starting to slur more than usual. All set. Our next deal is waiting to be found. Where? Oh, wow. That was so unnecessary, but I liked it. A success. You traded a 100 pel basket of wool, alpaca wool, for a 500 wool poncho. You were there. You just saw it. We turned 100 pel into 500. I know it's only 5 times more, but it feels like 500 times more. All right. Oh, it's cutscene. Leveraging connections is a sound strategy, but we should also consider supply and demand. An individual in urgent need of a good poncho will offer more than a merchant simply looking to stock the shelves. That makes sense, but how do we know if someone needs a poncho? Wow, I'm really actually giving this advice. I mean, realistically, if they're not wearing one, they might need one. If they are wearing one, that's the obvious answer, isn't it? We look for a person without a poncho and hope they're eager to buy ours. There you go. We find the demand for our supply. So where should we begin our search for prospective buyers? There are any number of places, but we could do worse than starting right here at the inn. There might be interested travelers. That guy. That guy. Oh, this is... who here needs a poncho? A lot of Mamulja hardly wear anything to begin with. Those are probably Landsguard or sellswords. Mamulja who soldier for a living prefer not to wear much above the waist. It hampers their movements. So even if they have bare shoulders, Mamulja carrying arms can be struck off the list. Why did I nod? Okay, he's got a sword. Yeah, do you have a sword? It's clearly this guy then. Because I think that's a weapon. I can't tell from here though. Tell me, who among these gathered travelers do you think might be amenable to a proposal? Oops. So professional fighters like those. Okay, oh, this is the same thing. Boop. Let's see, no coat or cloak, but also no weapon. Oh, we might have a winner. That was so tough. So tough. Ho there, friend. You're not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress, or lack thereof. Oh, it was no choice of mine, believe me. I was attacked by beasts on my way here, and barely escaped with my scales intact. My coat was not so lucky. I'm actually a toolmaker from Tural, and was dressed quite smartly. All the better to show the Pelu I'm a man who takes pride in his appearance, and therefore his work as well. But now look at me. Well, sir, this is your lucky day. Thank God this poncho fits him. Oh, what a splendid poncho. This would be the perfect replacement for the coat I lost. We'd be willing to part with it if you'd like to make a trade. For one of your fine tools, perhaps? What about this hatchet? I crafted it myself and will vouch for its quality. Okay. The blade looks sharp, the haft well made. I'd value it at 1 pel in the thousands column. Damn. Oh, from 500 to 1,000, we have a deal. Wonderful. A fine garment such as this should put me on even footing with any Pelu merchant. Like the eponymous owner of Mablu's mate garden, for one. Her field hands use hatchets to harvest the mate. What is a mate? And I thought to impress her with the tool I sold you. No matter, I have other wares to sell. Glad I am to have met you. Sure? Did you hear that? We already found our next buyer. To Mablu's mate garden we go. Yes, but it's a fair distance on foot. We should take alpacas. Oh. How you feeling? These ones will be the calm type, right? Yeah, how would I know? I wonder if they're going to add that for other things, or they just made it for this quest. Alright, I actually got to look around here, though. Unless you moved me. Did you move me? No. Okay, I just wanted to look in here. Wait, is that him? No. Okay. Greetings. I take it you're a traveler. If you're looking for a place to rest this eve, we have beds of varying sizes to accommodate all guests of all proportions. Okay, so it's legit just an inn, and you can't go anywhere. Maybe it is him. He's kind of wearing the exact same outfit, but I thought he would have, like, moved on. This is a decently cozy place. I mean, overall, I think I still prefer the other area we went to. Just a little more. Hey there, friend. Is there something I could do for you? What do you do here? I was a merchant peddling wares once upon a time, but I hurt my back carrying one too many boxes that were just a little too heavy. Now I'm mostly serve as a guide to travelers passing through. We Pelupelu endeavor to make every trade an amicable one and spread happiness through our business. You would be hard-pressed to find anyone dissatisfied after dealing with us. What kind of place is this? Merchants and mercenaries often stop here at Kuvlo's Inn to lay their head before traveling elsewhere. I also recommend they spend a day at Pelupelu Retreat. The hot springs do wonder for my back. If you plan to stay at the inn, you must try it. Ah, there's a hot spring back there. I mean, yeah, it's totally gonna be back here. I should go check it out quick. What is up there? Oh, that goes into a cave. I have to check it. Oh, we're out in the... Oh, no, it's fine. That's not a cave. Whoa! What the hell happened here? It's just... random... lava? Is there a mountain up... or a volcano up there? Interesting. Oh, Mad Magui. That thing looks pretty intense. It's just a B rank, but still. Okay, is this the retreat? I think I might have gone too far. 240 west. Maybe it's right there. What's going on here? One may immerse their body in the heat of the spring, whilst feeling the gentle brush of the wind on their face. Gazing upon this vista in such a state brings a complete peace of mind and soothes the spirit. Welcome to the retreat. If there's anything you'd like to know, ask me. I'm Yupla, and I aid visitors in finding all that we have to offer here. You'll find my brother Kavli just up the slope there, and I'm sure you'll see the rest of my family helping others around here if you stay long enough. I often spend my time speaking to guests about the benefits of the spring waters and their history. I hope one day we might do the same. What kind of place? This retreat is where travelers and merchants from afar come to soothe the aches of their journey. All who hail may avail themselves of these natural hot springs free of charge. Lest you wonder how we can afford this, we actually earn sufficient pel from the assorted souvenirs and dining services we offer. This way we treat our customers and they treat us in return. A mutually satisfactory arrangement. Would you not agree? Oh. So the hot springs are free. They just... the option to eat. Interesting. Anything I can help you with, please don't hesitate to ask. It's my duty to do something. Business goes mostly smoothly when each party is in good hands. I will happily do my part to facilitate such dealings. The merchant hired me as a guard to protect him and his wares on the journey to these mountains, but he bade me rest in the springs while he attends to his negotiations. I do not look forward to leaving this place. Here you are. This kind of actually does give Mount Gagazet vibes. You got the hot spring retreat there. You got the Pelupelu, which did not have a name before. It was just Tobli and a few others. Or was it just Tobli? Where is this Northwest? Oh, it's literally on this rock, isn't it? West? Oh, you're kidding me. It's on the other side of the map. I mean, I had to go check that place out, so it wasn't a complete waste of time. Here we go again, riding alpacas. Well done recognizing that toolmaker as a potential customer. If you have a mind to change professions, you'd make an excellent merchant. I don't know about that. You've been doing so well, even Tobli would have to agree. Mablu's dream. Before we get moving, you should be the one to hold this. Oh, right, in case you jump off the alpaca and roll in the dirt. With that, I suppose we should hop on the alpacas Mablu has so kindly provided. Alright. Begin the ride. Please don't spit. Please don't spit. I forgot these are on auto. You'll be fine. These ones are accustomed to people. I still don't trust them. Ooh, a silver lobo. You have a knack for riding, no matter what you say. Without our alpaca friends, we Pelu would never have become traveling merchants. Can you imagine walking all the way across Tural? That's literally the FF13 model of Silver Lobo. I swear that mountain is too tall to be real. Zormor, what? A forbidden sight, isn't it? One I've never appreciated up close. You have to take the long way around the cliff to get there, to the highlands belonging to the Yok Hui. Ah. So that mountain is absolutely relevant later. So, Mablu, you said you were learning about the peddler profession. No, I love it. I love working with alpacas, but becoming a peddler has always been a dream of mine. It's just I'm not sure I have a talent for it. Can I move this? No. If I can help you buy the taming saddle, though, then it'd be proof I could do this after all. In that case, you'd better get ready to be the best merchant. Dodo Cactar. Look, we're almost there. They're like a banana pepper. I missed so many lines there. We made it, and without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpaca back to Ukuvlo's inn, so we'll have to walk along the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of the roads to travel, you were adopted by the Dawn servant, weren't you, Third Promise? That I was. Then perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too, you see. Tobli took me in. He took in all the ranch hands, actually. I guess it's hard to tell everyone's age, because they're all the same model, basically. Is Tobli, like, way older? All of them. Yes, and everyone works hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to repay the head ledger's generosity. Yet here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for your saddle, if you're prepared for the feat of gold. As it's mate harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatchets. Add to that, Urqopacha's way with people, and we should have no problem making a favorable deal. That's Mablu herself over there. Pass the hatchet to the Third Promise, and let's get to bargaining. Spiky tree. Okay. Did you give the hatchet back to Urqopacha? We should let her do the talking. Let me just see you here. To what do I owe this honor? You have that little axe for me. I do. Thanks. Now to see what we can get for it. You're Mablu, the owner of these fields. I have a mind to trade if you're interested. Well, the third promise. I might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What do you have on offer? This hatchet, forged by a seasoned artisan, the razor edge of this exceptional tool will make light work of your crops. Still can't see it. The quality is acceptable, I suppose. I offer you a large sack of mate leaves in exchange. Bad deal? A sack of mate leaves is valued at 1 pel in the thousands column, the same price as the hatchet. This deal will bring us no closer to the mezcal. But someone might need the mate leaves. If I may, Mistress Mablu, it's harvesting season, is it not? Does not the demand for hatchets afford them a higher value? It is indeed the season, which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance. You missed the window for demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way, a generous deal here will put you in the third promise's good graces. Surely that's worth some consideration? I do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you that I stand with the second promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe, including farming. And I will no longer have a need of hatchets. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Lamat. That is why I'm prepared to purchase a spare hatchet at a fair price. I suppose it is fair, given your reasons, but we ourselves would be no better off for the transaction. How about this then? If we were to help bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, I would, until Kona's reform comes about. I can always use more hands in the field. Then you can go ahead and add our labor to the bargain. Added value to tip the scales. How could I have forgotten one of the most basic rules of trading? You can rest here if you'd like, Mablu. Rin and I have mate together. No, I'm helping. 2. Off to the fields, then, and mind you pick the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bundles from each of you. That's it? That's a deal. That's a good deal. Isn't it splendid? Go ahead and drink in the verdant vista of my beautiful mate garden. Most places would be like, you gotta gather for an hour. No, you can't just grab 5 bundles. Hello, friend. It pleases me to see a traveler come visit us here, so far out of the way. Speaking of that, Bapley? What is it? If you need something, speak up. What do you do here? I work in the fields with Mablu's mate garden, same as everyone else. I've more time on my hands when tea leaves aren't in season, of course, which is I often spend attending to travelers who come to tour the gardens. While I'm not the spry young woman that I once was, the mate keeps a spring in my step. Okay. Yes, of course. If I could just remember what Mablu asked we tell visitors. Here at Mablu's mate garden, we grow the freshest of leaves, mate leaves. What the hell is a mate? Packed with nutrients and comparable to even the healthiest of vegetables. While originally grown to suit the taste of wee Pelupelu, we hope to someday see mate shared with the whole of Tural. Okay, thank you. That's it. I need to look up what a mate is. Okay, it's a food, and it's called mate. It's not mate. Got it. It's spelled the same, and I didn't know if they were using the English term for it, or if it was, it's mate. Now I know. How many times did I say it wrong? Whoops. All right, yeah, I gotta go up there. How many of these have I got? Travel. 2. Uh-oh. This one's gonna take a minute. 300 east. Right, we went way out of our way. It's probably literally like right there. Uh-oh. Horned frog. Where's Urqopacha? I don't see them. I have to gather 5 of these? Oh boy. Wait. Gorply. Oops. Have you ever seen someone picking mate leaves? I imagine the opportunities to see such are few and far between. Sure. Wait, did I even say what it is? It's tea. I'm pretty sure. Is that what I looked up? Is it tea? I think it's tea. It's tea I don't know nothing about, apparently. But... Alright. Dancer? Look up. Overseen by the eponymous Mablu, the cultivation of this mate tea garden has introduced lush greenery and fertile soil to Urqopacha's usual vistas of sparse vegetation. I'm just going to make this there for YouTube's sake. The operation has almost become a small village in its own right, with the number of field hands ever growing to match the garden's steady expansion. Okay. I'm glad those are in a reasonable spot, so I can... There we go. So I can get a little bit of lore on these areas. Obviously, I'm not going to go through and find every single one in this Let's Play, but... You brought back some leaves, then? Sure. An acceptable harvest. We'll see how your companions fare before I make any decisions, though. Wait, I'm almost 92. This is still a 90 quest. Here, we've brought our share as well. Thank you, Third Promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. Now it's time to honor mine, after adding the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet. I'm prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade mate leaves. Aren't they used in mezcal? Premium, mate. Premium, mate. Premium mate. Bought at a shop. The shop, 1 sack of leaves would cost no less than 5 pel in the thousands column. Okay. Then we can bid farewell to this hatchet. I'll give it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we could come to a mutually agreeable trade. As am I. All the best to with the rest of your harvest. All right, this quest is called Mablu's Dream, so probably. What's wrong? It's as I was saying before, even after everything Tobli's done for me, I'm planning to abandon it all and become a merchant. But then I needed your help after forgetting a basic rule of trade. How can I expect Tobli to accept my decision then? Have you mentioned your plans? He knows. We talked to him. Not exactly. I wanted to prove I could succeed as a peddler before I declared my intentions. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Tural's peace, and becoming Dawn Servant happened to be the best way I could do it. You should live a life of your own choosing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tobli held the same opinion, so talk to him. You're right. It's better to find out for sure than worrying over what he might say. Thank you for the advice. But first, we have a saddle to buy. I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What's next then? We try to trade our tea leaves for something halfway to 10,000 pel. No, I think we're close enough now. I say we go straight for the premium mezcal. Bargain our way into double the value, eh? Think you can do it? Trust me, I'll make this trade work. I admire you, Third Promise. That you're holding your own against such strong competition for the throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Kona and Zoral? Ja. I mean, of course I am. I'm Lamat of the Dawn's Promise, after all. I love how she left out. Hey! 5,000. I don't even remember his name. I actually don't remember his name. Mablu, Jagul? What's the name of the two-headed one? Why did I already forget it? I don't know. I like to not think about him and his nonsense. I've never been one to take it slow. Once I have a goal in mind, it's full speed ahead. That's who I am. Before we go, let me give you the mate leaves. I don't need to risk proving Erdvale's point. It's probably for the best. Ready then? Our next stop is the Mezcal Distillery. Oh. Straight to the distillery, huh? Alright. That is all the way back there, but I do need to... I know we already took the thing out here. That's why I wasn't able to get these. The next one is absolutely there, so we're going there. Oh, there it is. What is this up here? Oh. Urqopacha. I don't know what that means, but it looks pretty interesting over there. All right, anything else on the way? How? This place is huge. That looks so close on the map, but that is not close. What? All right, 300, 400 south. That might be on the map. Oh, hey, it's my hunt. Huh. Oh, one of them. Do I lose? Oh, that one specifically from the Serpent's Coil does not give me gauge. It just lets me do one of these. I see. I'm still learning this job. At least I think so. This one gives you like a ready to awaken or reawaken, which lets you do that. But when you have 50 gauge, you can do that. But to do that, you have to hit these, which leads to these, and these give you gauge. It's a bunch of nonsense. It's always a bunch of nonsense. Okay, 130 southwest. Hey, you're also on the list. All right. Uh-oh. No, we're fine. That is... Oh. What is that? A 3-second cooldown? Oof. Anyways, there it is. And that should be... There's one more hiding on this side, for sure. I'm going to guess it's like... We already searched down here. Yeah, no, that's not it. I'm going to guess it's up here then. Northeast? 141. Oh, no, it's pointing there. That's fine. I was right. It's somewhere over here. And this is a new location. Agave Jazz? Hi. Ah, Traveler. Welcome to Agave Jazz. Friend, how can I be of service? What is this? What do you do here? Oh, many things. I examine the soil and weather to ensure our agaves grow in the best conditions possible. Decide the pace at which they are cultivated and determine how they are prepared for distillation. Nothing pleases me more than when someone takes an interest in the farm. My colleagues and I spend all day looking after the agaves. I suppose it's just it feels nice when our hard work is appreciated. Sure. Why, it's an agave farm, of course. We collect their sap and distill it into mezcal. As far as for the farm's namesake, I'm going to have to come here, aren't I? Oh, God, I shouldn't have come up here early. Well, just look at how neatly we have the plants lined up. Doesn't the view remind you of a wild beast's gaping maw? Not that I've seen one up close. Yeah, kinda. Well, thank you. Yeah, there's no way the story isn't going to take us here. They're going to be like, I'll trade you, but it's not enough. You have to go grab some more mezcal? Or, agave? Where the hell is this? Oh. Chaba Gadon? I feel like we went from normal names to, like, very difficult names. I mean, half these names are just very, very unusual. Okay, now we're done. We have 5 on the top, which means there'll be 5 on the bottom. We're probably going to get 2 Aetheryte quests after we leave here, but I'll wait. Oof, the smell of mezcal is overpowering. The fumes alone are making me dizzy. Well, we'll want to speak to the man by the name of Gobley. Even among his fellow distillers, he's regarded as a master of the craft. He knows the value of his product, so if we're going to convince him to trade for twice what the leaves are worth, we're going to need a targeted info. That means asking around and taking in the gossip. If you could talk to the people here at the distillery, Rin, perhaps Urqopacha and I could do the same at the village entrance. Meanwhile, I'll head to the north side and see what I can learn. Okay. Sure. How do you feel? Me, I'm the chief in Tuliolo. I often come here to buy Gobley's mezcal. The finest in Tural, according to my customers. He always brings out a jug during our dealings, but I can't handle the stuff too well myself. I take small sips, not wanting to be impolite, you understand, but still end up so addled as to agree to whatever price he quotes me. It'd be nice to have less potent refreshments during such conversations, else I might have to seriously reconsider our arrangement. Yeah? That's where they get you, though. Wait. Oh, it's you. There's not much I can say about Gobley. But I can tell you what Gobley's been saying. The other day, he was muttering about monsters prowling in the agave jaws. That's the field where they gather ingredients for the mezcal. Their presence has made it harder to procure said ingredients, and thus driven up the price of his product. A boon, some might argue, but it's hard to celebrate when it affects the work as it does. Can't rightly bring joy to people if you can't keep making the thing they love. Yeah, we're so gonna have to go there. Gobley might be a deft hand at distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has it he's been invited to the palace for business negotiations. If he presents himself to the court wearing his unusual rumpled attire, though he'll be laughed out of Sunperch. Okay. So, what did you find? A lot of stuff. Oh, we can make use of all those tidbits, and the deal is good as sealed. As for me, I found out where Gobly is working. There's a millstone at the top of the slope behind the distillery. You go on ahead, and I'll bring Urqopacha. Okay. We've already been there once. You weren't here before. You have business with me, madam. Why don't we talk down below, so as not to distract the alpaca from his work? All right. Now, what's this about? Keep it brief, if you would. I'm a busy man. We're in the market for some 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal. Assuming you have any on hand, that is. An excellent choice. I must warn you, though, it doesn't come cheap. We don't have Pel, but we can offer a sack of mate leaves in exchange. It's top-grade stuff, like the mezcal. No deal. Mate leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use for them. Well, this is your time. No deal, just like that. Still, I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit and chat over a cup of mezcal? Oh, hell no. Now the real bargain begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first? Hubigo Chief's distaste for strong drink. No, that one's not going to be very helpful. The monster in the field is the best. Oh, timing. Timing's important. This is why I fail. This is why I'm not going to be a merchant. Let's hold on to that one. We need to consider our timing. I guess the invitation to the palace. Your outfit sucks. Oh, let's hold on to that one. Is it? Okay. It was because he's like, let's have a drink, and then we're supposed to say, actually, your drinks are not great. I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customers, a Hubigo chef, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder if you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer. Something like mate tea, for instance, improved from the finest leaves, of course. Oh, she's good. You're right. You're absolutely right. I had noticed the growing reluctance on the part of my Hubigo friend, but I did not realize I myself was to blame. I must endeavor to be a better host. Still, even with that added value in mind, no sack of leaves is worth the mezcal you're after. Should we offer to cull the monsters causing them trouble? Not yet. We need to keep that card up our sleeve until we need it. I have full faith in her. Full faith. As I expect you're aware, the rite of succession is currently taking place. That's why the third promise has graced us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and banquet. The subsequent ceremony and banquet will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring your distillery immeasurable fame. Wait, could it be that your rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes. I must admit I'm still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It would be a great honor and opportunity, if I can secure the deal. Well, I should think your exceptional mezcal should speak for itself, would. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared, and first impressions last. You'll want to be wearing your very best when you walk into Valak Shunsa. It would be such a shame to miss this chance of a lifetime simply for want of proper garments. It's identical to everyone else, though. Identical. That it would. Are you saying you have garments to offer? Something ideal for court? We have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing, an introduction to a weaver. His name is Bol Nok, and his works are highly regarded in Tuliolal. As a supporter of Lamat and keen observer of palace politics, he will doubtless be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit to fit this golden occasion. That is certainly a tempting proposal, and one of which I should like to take full advantage, but the scales still aren't quite balanced. Okay. Say, weren't there monsters running amok in Agave Jaws? That's a problem we could easily solve for you. Truly, I would be most grateful for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hiring sellswords to clear him up. Factoring in that saved expense and an introduction to a trusted weaver, this is shaping up to be a sound bargain. All right, you have a deal. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment, and Rin and I will take care of it. Those prowling nuisances. In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introductory letter to Bol Nok. The fields you're looking for are just north of Wachin Pelo. Be safe. Okay. Almost done with this trade. This trade has taken so long. Which is fine. It's totally fine. That young woman is a formidable trader. Yeah, clearly. Please be careful out there. You've come around. That should be Agave Jaws, just over there. This will go faster if we split up. Come and find me once you finish clearing out your share of the pest. 3 of them. Okay, just like the other side, we have three things to kill. Very much a very different thing, but like still we had to do the exact same stuff essentially on both sides. This thing's not gonna live long enough. It's dead. I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to get sick of that song, but I don't know how you could. Oh, I didn't put the damage up on it. It's a wait. I didn't even get to finish the combo. It doesn't matter. There, I finished it. Alright. How you doing up there? Did you kill them all? Compared to the creatures I hunted with Papa, this was no challenge at all. Come on, let's head back to the distillery, and all that's left is to give Mablu the sack of leaves so she can seal the deal. What if I dropped them? I could do it. Oh, those monsters were no trouble for you, it seems. Now, if I could just have the sack of leaves. No. Go on, give Mablu the sack of leaves so she can seal the deal. Finished already. Even hardened mercenaries would have taken longer. I don't know about that. Thank you for looking after our precious trading goods. You're welcome. Your monster problems have been resolved, Master Gobley. Here are the mate leaves and a written introduction to Bol Nok, as agreed. Then the deal is done. Here, your jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments. Yes, we finally have the mezcal. Great work, especially you, Mablu. You were the one that inspired me to come this far, the third promise, but let's not celebrate until we have that saddle in hand. They could just double the price from here. Mablu, is it? You drive a hard bargain, young peddler. I look forward to doing business with you in the future. So you better become a trader. Thank you, but truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand for now. Should I ever become a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you. Done! You think the next quest is going to be the portrait quest? Oh. That... They're just making it feel good there. I'm satisfied with our trade, and I trust you are too. Should you have any need of more mezcal, you know who to come to. Master Gobley's praise makes me confident I could be a peddler after all. Well, a bit more confident than before, at least. No, it's not the portrait one. Lamat in the saddle. Even at the palace, I don't think I've held a 10,000 pel jug of anything before. My hands won't stop shaking. Here, you better hold on to it until we get to the saddle maker. He's like right there, though. Can you imagine if we dropped it and had to start all over again? Yeah, can you imagine? Luckily, Havli's place is not far. We just need to head across the plaza. I mean, I can only imagine that if Tural could have tamed the alpaca by now, he'd be way done by now. Third promises looks ready to trade the mezcal now. This is it, the trade we've been working towards. It only took probably an hour and 20 minutes. Phew, it's still in one piece. Right, time to make our deal. Get your tools ready, saddler. We brought your precious mezcal. I don't know what I did for him. Wait, you actually got your hands on a jug, but you had nothing. A few measly clumps of wool. What we had was an aspiring trader with a gift for negotiation. That smirk. Although I'd sooner aid no claimant but Tural. I cannot go against the guiding principles of the Pelupelu. The trade is a fair one. I will craft your saddle, third promise. Great. Stay and wait if you like. I have all the requisite materials, so this won't take long. You hadn't even crafted it yet? Your commission is ready. Catching a wild alpaca is never a simple affair, but you'll have an easier time of it with one of my saddles. Now, if you don't mind, I have other work that needs finishing. I can taste that smooth mezcal already. We did it. The saddle is ours. And to think, we started out with only 100 pel basket of alpaca wool. Mablu, you're going to be an incredible merchant. Thank you. It makes me so glad to hear you say that. Third promise. we got what we came for, so let's return to the ranch. The others will be waiting. Oh, it's got an icon. I better see that at least another side quest. If they made a whole thing like that just for this quest, I mean, that's awesome. But so that was the third promise. She's not the spoiled, untested daughter I was expecting. I'm assuming the other ones have, like, spread rumors about her constantly. Obviously, like, how else would they get everyone on their side? It looks like everybody's pitching in with the alpacas. You've been away for some time. I assumed trading was productive. I made the mistake of startling one and caught a glob of spittle for my trouble and beginning to understand Urqopacha's aversion to the animals. I thought Alphanel would have been the one, but okay, that's just as good. Tobli and Aaronville have been teaching us how to care for the alpacas. One gentle girl ate the feed straight from my mouth. My hand. Definitely my hand. Let's tell them the good news. Waste? No. You acquired the saddle then? Yes, and thanks in no small part to Mablu. Before you rush off to catch the alpaca, though, let me teach you how to saddle one. I'll bring out one of our wild-born friends so you can practice. I mean, you need to practice. I know. This is something I need to learn. You went with this music? Oh no. Oh, you did it. Great sunken gods, I did it. Hey. He hardly seems bothered, much less inclined to spit, as if he was completely accepting of Urqopacha's touch. That is because of a singular scent with which the saddle has been coated. Alpacas find it very soothing. You know, I've never taken a good long look at one of you before, but you're actually kind of cute. You're only noticing that now? She's learned. Tural, he's back. Holy! Having done exactly what he set out to do. It's shining. That alpaca he's brought, is it just me or is it glowing? I've heard tales of such a beast. They say that golden alpaca lives in a solitary existence deep in the valley, where it shuns the company of both man and its own kind. Did we just lose after all this work? How did he manage to snare a prize like that? The beast knows it's better. Faced with overwhelming strength, it will yield rather than risk death. An apt illustration of how greatly the power of the first promise exceeds yours, Urqopacha. Strength alone won't win him our father's throne. I'll be the one to find the Golden City, and then Tural can remain in peace. An everlasting desire for peace can only be forged in the fires of war. To unite as one, the people must be taught. They must suffer the horror and the hopelessness firsthand. Exhaustion from prolonged conflict, the wages of war, merciless war's merciless nature. These are what moved the clans to join in the founding of Tural all those years ago. Considering the younger generation of this village, since birth have they basked in unbroken harmony, and behold, they regard war as not tragedy, but opportunity. Thus does the resilient son seek to provide education. He offers much-needed lessons in the realities of conquest and a renewed appreciation for peacetime. Sure. 'Tis true that war's misery breeds a longing for peace. But I have seen with my own eyes what becomes of an empire forged through the violence you propose, the rebellions it spawned, and the ruin left behind. The Garlean Empire was the congregation of simpletons. The oppressed fought back against their oppressors, as well they should. Men are not beasts. Only a fool would seek to rule over all with the threat of force alone. This is why Gulul Jaja did not elevate the Mamulja, why he treated them all clans with equal respect. However, the First Promise has his gaze fixed upon more distant horizons. He would unite not only Tural, but the star in its entirety. Yeah. So he wants to take over Eorzea after. What? Why? I need not explain myself to you. Wait, didn't we already know that this was his plan? I think she talked about it. Or she just talked about how that's his attitude. One of the two. Like, she wouldn't be surprised if he did that? I just assumed that was his goal. Oh, well done. Well done indeed. The First Promise has completed the feat of gold with an appropriately golden flourish. May I present to you your much-deserved keystone. Great. We lost it. He's always been like that, never sharing his innermost thoughts with me or even Koana. Koana. It's like we're not even family. So much of our star has begun to embrace reconciliation and rebuild. And this would-be warlord would thrust us all back into turmoil. We cannot allow that to happen. Zerelja is willing to go to war for his twisted vision of peace. But should he achieve this peace, then what? I don't know. Evil people are weird. What kind of idiot thinks the world can be united with war? Even most Garleans have since realized that their conquest was a mistake. Where? A golden alpaca in the flesh, like the Golden City. I thought them a children's tale. I can never agree with Zoralja. I want Tural to be a land of peace, now and always. I'll ponder Zoralja's and his mysteries later. Right now, I need to think about finishing the feat of gold. Oh, we're still eligible? I have my saddle. I've practiced how to use it, so lead on to where the wild alpacas roam. The Valley of Orunkanka, is northwest of here. Come on, everyone. Even if we can't enter ourselves, we can see Lamat off on her hunt. That's what I'm here for. Moral support. For now. Okay. I did just ask what that place was. Where the hell? It's that way? Oh, it's up there. It's that place right there. What is that? That is a dungeon. Wait, no. That's where she needs to go in. What? That would be like a perfect dungeon entrance. You can't see those on the map, right? Well, if you can, then there are none up here. That's for sure. I think you have to unlock them before they show up. I don't know. How deep do you think the valley is? I glanced over the edge on the way here, but the mist was too thick to even speculate. I've never set foot beyond this point. The valley is said to be home to fiends far more ferocious than spitting alpacas. Zoraja may have caught his first alpaca, but that doesn't mean Lamat is out of the running. She can do it. This. Urqopacha is a steep and treacherous place, so only those with a head ledger's blessing are permitted to go there. Okay. Mablu's right. The least we can do is let Lamat know we're cheering for her. Oh. Apparently you can, yeah. You can click that. That's a nice feature. Doesn't help PlayStation players, but it's fine.
Good luck there, Promise!
Thanks.
Voiced.
I'll need it. Truth be told, still not sure about alpacas. I'd rather not go near one if I can help it. But if I'm to rule this nation, then I'll need to learn how to live with them. Tural is their home too.
It's a good point.
Right. I'm off.
As a leader, this is an important lesson for her.
So, shall we head back to the ranch, or...?
I'm staying here.
As will I. Lamat is alone in this. The least we can do is stand watch and await her return.
Sorry. It's a bit loud. I don't know if I can hear them very well. There we go.
It may be a while yet. Help me pitch the tent.
Ooh, a tent. Wait, is that what he carries on his back all the time? Is there just a tent back there? Can we keep Mablu?
Trust a gleaner to come prepared for anything.
What's a gleaner?
Someone whose job it is to travel the world and procure uncommon things for their employers. Erenville specializes in finding animals, I believe.
But aren't you a Shaitana from Tural? Why did you cross the salt?
Tell us.
When I was much younger, the thought of leaving Tural never even occurred to me. But then, some years ago, my mentor tasked me with a difficult hunt. Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. She suggested that I leave home, leave Tural, and join the Gleaners of Sharlayan. As one of their number, I could experience the world, immerse myself in myriad cultures and customs, see the many faces of nature. And once I had learned what is truly important, I would find that which I seek. My younger self took those words to heart, and off I went to become a gleaner.
Her words alone moved you to leave behind everything you'd ever known? You must have great respect for your mentor.
As it happens, gleaner work was much to my liking, and I all but forgot why I had pursued it in the first place. Yet, events conspired to put me back on the trail I'd abandoned.
Wait, are you saying you were tasked with finding this city of gold?
I was. And though my hunt is now entangled with the right of succession, I mean to see it through.
Well then, I understand completely. We all have our reasons for seeking the Golden City. Which is all the more reason for us to work together.
Just so.
Finally, we got some Erenville backstory. Those were things I was wondering about. I'm still wondering who his mentor was. Is it someone we know? Is it someone we're going to learn about? Are they alive? They don't sound alive.
She should have been back by now. What if something's happened to her? We need to tell Tobli and arrange a search party.
Wait. Do you hear that?
It's not golden, but...
They did it.
I'm guessing it was a smelly endeavor.
You're utterly spent, and small wonder.
Well done, Third Promise.
The ranch isn't going anywhere. Take a rest in the tent.
I think I will. Thank you all for believing in me.
We didn't do anything. It's dawning on me that, like, this is like the most back seat that we've ever been as a main character here. It's actually, the story is for once not about you at the moment, at least. That's for sure. I think it's because, you know, that we had all the focus from all the Heidel and the Zodiac stuff. Now this, like, arc, there's no, like, link so far that, like, makes it feel personal for our character yet. So yeah, we're just, like, experiencing Lamat's story. But it's enjoyable. I'd certainly love to go hit something. We're definitely going to soon, though. We were out here for quite some time, but I'm glad Lamat was able to catch her alpaca, and Erenville choosing to share his story with us was a welcome surprise. Agreed. Alphino was quick to lend a hand with dismantling the tent. Is this to be his new obsession now that he's mastered collecting firewood? Well, he always likes to brag about it. Thanks to Alphino and his healing hands, I can actually stand again, maybe even walk. I spoke too much. If Lamat is up to it, we should be heading back to Tobli. Lamat had no serious injuries to speak of. However, she had clearly been pushed to the very limits of her endurance. I'm so relieved that the third promise came back to us safely, and the alpaca she tamed is a healthy-looking beast. But surely this will be enough to satisfy the feat of gold? Raptor. Sure. 92! Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you turn into an off-global now. Lamat still seems a bit unsteady on her feet. Hardly surprising after she spent the night chasing alpacas. You know what will melt the fatigue away like magic, though? Mate tea. I'll run to the ranch and get a pot brewing. That way you can take your time and the tea will be ready when you arrive. As Mablu so wisely suggested, we shall set a slower pace for our exhausted third promise. I'm just going to teleport back. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Oh. No, I'll still teleport back. Alright. Came back to ahead of the others, did you? I should hurry along with the tea then. Lamat can't be that far behind. I mean, I hope not. Oh, that tea, it really is magical. I feel better already. I see you've become more comfortable around our fuzzy friends. Watching this one taught me a lot about alpacas. What grasses and fruits they eat, what sounds they react to, their adorable little quirks. I guess I've grown kind of fond of them. Welcome back, Third Promise. Accomplished the feat of gold, have you? Yes, there's no mistaking a valley alpaca. I commend you on your success. Well done. Yes, we did it. Although I couldn't find a shiny one like Zoralja did. I'd be surprised if you had. Golden alpacas are born but once every few decades. They are elusive, solitary creatures that are rarely seen, much less captured, thanks to their innate physical and magical gifts. Only a single other person is known to have caught one before, that being Gululjaja himself. Papa was chasing alpacas too? So my grandfather's stories say. It was before the founding of Tuliolal, in a time when the mountain giants, the Yakhui, held our people in thrall. Compelled by their overlords, our forebears would ride their alpaca mounts to the highlands to deliver gifts of food and other tributes. Those were wretched days, to hear grandfather tell it. Then along came the young Gululjaja, yet unburdened by the mantle of Dawn Servant. Our people were amazed by this imposing two-headed figure, equal to the Yakhui in stature. Oh, is that how tall they are? That's not very tall. And puzzled by his entourage of mismatched companions. Some trembled in fear, believing a new conqueror had come. Yet Gululjaja showed no such inclination. He sat and spoke with us, sipping from the cups of mate tea we offered him, and grew somber when he learned of our plight. None could have anticipated what their visitor decided to do next. Gululjaja ascended the cliffs to face the giants and freed the Pelupelu from the Yakhui's subjugation. Damn. He then turned an appraising eye upon our riders and proposed we take to the road to paddle our beverages. The suggestion seemed obvious for one who traveled as he did, intent on fostering enmity between the clans. Almost said enmity. Quite different. So it was that a few words from Gululjaja transformed us into a clan of itinerant merchants. I've never heard the bond Papa forged with the Pelupelu spoken of in that way before. The saga is not so detailed. Then you may not know that Gululjaja sought a sure-footed guide for his trek up into the highlands. Thus did he capture a golden alpaca. So both my brother and father caught the rarest of creatures. Well, an ordinary one was the best I could manage. The feat required no more than that, Third Promise, and you brought it back a perfectly wonderful beast. Yeah, look at him. Mablu's right. You're a perfectly wonderful beast. If anyone's ordinary, it's me. Not only did you accomplish the feat of gold, you also made many trades and brought joy to many people, in true Pelupelu fashion. I sorely doubt your sibling could have achieved the same result. Oh, God, no. You should be proud of the accomplishments you've earned, which earned you your keystone. We did it. Where the hell are we going for the third one? I guess we got to go back to the tablet thing to... Whatever it is, it's got to lead to a dungeon because we completed both sides of the split. 5 more to go. You're well on your way, Third Promise. We'd have been lost without you, Mablu. Thanks to you, I learned so much about the Pelupelu people and your customs. It might seem obvious, but I've come to realize the importance of properly knowing something. It was because I didn't understand alpacas that I was uncomfortable around them. I'm thankful to you as well, Lamat. You give me the courage to say what I wasn't sure I could ever say. It's happening. Tobli, I want to leave the ranch and become a merchant. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I've loved every moment caring for the alpacas. But this is something I need to do. I need to walk my own path and make my own trades. As your parent, allow me to say one thing, which is really hard to picture. I've always tried to give my wards lives filled with as much happiness as I could provide. Yet never once have I wanted that to be the only happiness you knew. You have my blessing to walk any path you choose, Mablu. It gladdens me to hear that you found a calling you wish to pursue with such passion. You will make an exceptional peddler, I'm sure of it. Thank you, Tobli. What did I tell you, Mablu? There's one last thing I can help you with, Third Promise. You need to find the Golden City, right? That's the end goal. Then I suggest you talk to Yakhui. Don't we need permission? Special permission? They once ruled over far more than just Urqopacha and the Pelupelu. 1,000 years ago, they were the overlords of Tural and his people. During that era, the Pelupelu were commanded to search for the City of Gold. They scoured every corner of the continent, but never found any trace of that fabled place. But if they didn't find anything, what could the Yakhui have to tell us? They may not have found it, but the fact that they thought to look for it at all makes me curious. Perhaps there's value in delving into how the legend originated. We lose nothing from asking the question. Besides, if we're determined to follow the path of the saga, we'll be visiting the giants eventually. That's a good point. Are they, like, actually up there? Or in there? Oh, Cryle, I have a question I've been meaning to ask. And since we finished with the feat, where did you acquire that earring? Oh! My earring, do you recognize it? Yes, pieces just like it first became fashionable in Tural around 20 years ago. Since then, it's become common to wear one as a charm for safe travel. 20 years ago, right about the time my grandfather made his journey, yet the Dawn servant implied the earring was connected to the Golden City in some way. Surely there was more to its significance than simple fashion. If you want to know how it first came to be crafted, I could try to find out. Seeing as it's a regular seller for many merchants, I'm curious to learn about it myself. I would appreciate that very much, thank you. Are you going to be more involved in the story? Because that'd be fine. Jumping feet first into the peddler business, eh, Mablu? Right then, that's 2 keystones down. I say we head back to Tuliolal and plan our next move. Okay. Farewell for now, and thanks for all your help. I will become Dawn Servant, so make sure you set aside your best mezcal for the occasion. And she is a fearsome opponent in that brother of hers. He even brought the golden alpaca to heal. But you've heard Zoralja's supporters talk. They might see opportunity in his expansionist ambitions, but they find the man himself intimidating and terrifying even. Whereas I've grown to love Urqopacha. Everyone she meets will come to love her too, and that's why she'll win the throne. We can only hope. You might be right, Mablu. You might be right. You're certainly the only one who actually has personality. Kona is just dead silent. Surprisingly, he does not seem like someone who would just be dead silent the whole game. So, well, you know what? We're only on the level 90 quest. We still have a lot to go, so I can't claim that. The whole intro. I never dared to hope we would find a lead for this mysterious earring mystery so quickly. Yeah? That makes 2 out of the 7 keystones. So far, so good. The Yaqui once ruled the entirety of Tural. I'm curious to see what has become of them. I expected as much from the moment I saw him, but winning the contest against Zoralja will not be easy. It feels good to have the feet of gold safely under our belt, even if my victory pales beside Zoralja and his shiny golden alpaca. I know I shouldn't let it bother me, and gods know you've all been so supportive, but I want to be strong, or wise like my brothers, to be a promise that people respect. Which is not likely if I stand here carrying on and on about things. Let's move on. Back to the restaurant with us. The contest has hardly begun. Okay. And yeah, that unlocked that. Just as I thought. Might as well finish up this quest then. This is obviously going to be a longer one. Oh my god. Whew. I think I'm almost out of... no, I got decent disc space left. I just don't want to stop. The golden alpaca. Alone, I may have tried to track the beast myself. Traveling with so large and diverse a group is unfamiliar to me. If she could see me now. Who is she? Talk about her. Oh, speaking of me screaming. Now, 50's fine. The Pelu remind me of Lalafell, never letting their size slow them down or hold them back. They move at their own pace, making their textiles and mezcal and raise alpacas to bear them to market. Idle musings aside, we've made a good start on these challenges. Hopefully we can keep it up. Hopefully. Neither Koana nor Bakuljaja, that was his name, appeared to be in Wachun Pelo. I imagine they're around somewhere, making progress even as we are. Yet in the contests like this, it is only a matter of time until the claimants are pitted against each other in direct competition. Good point. I heard there's a hot spring in Urqopacha. Mayhap time permitting. I've not forgotten our obligation to Urqopacha, of course, having immersed ourselves in the cultures of others, though my anticipation for new experiences this adventure will bring us that this adventure will bring us has only grown. I'm certainly going to take a break to eat and breathe after this one. Whoa. Look at us. The contest has barely begun and we already have 2 keystones. Surely even my talented brothers aren't doing this well. We can only hope. But where to now? Oh, I guess we'll find out in the next episode, because I thought that we're going to go into a cutscene there. I'm going to go sit in here. All right. Well, I am going to eat. I'm just going to sit down, too. I'm going to eat, and then in the next one, for sure, there's going to be a dungeon. Obviously. This has followed a very obvious, like, expansion path. So, next episode, I expect a dungeon and hopefully some major story events. I feel like we spent quite a bit of time learning about the things and doing fetch quests and stuff, which is fine. I certainly enjoy it. But I would like some action now. I'm ready for it. So, thanks for watching. Let me know if you like it, and I will see you in the next one.